Welcome to Sports Sushi. Your chefs for tonight are Sports Plug Russ, serving up the spiciest sports takes of the week. Sterling Furrow, rolling the X's and O's into an analytical maki platter. And finally, the moderator who always keeps the sake flowing, DJ Slow Boogie. Now grab those chopsticks and get ready, because your order of fresh and raw sports sushi is up.
Oh, fuck, man. What the hell? All right, yeah, what's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? You caught me off guard again. You know, I was in my phone and shit, but we all good, baby. Hey, it's Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my dogs here, man. You know what I'm saying? Sterling and my boy Russ, man. What's happening, y'all?
Hey, you know, it's all good over here. You know, I'm happy that the band is back together this week because
hey, man, yeah, dog. We've been gone for too long. My boy Russ,
you thought I was frozen? I was frozen.
I was about to say, I think my boy Russ froze.
What up? We back in this bitch. Uno, dos, and tres. Hey, what's up? Coming live from Tejas, muchachos. I'm back.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, what's up? It's good. The band is back together. We in this bitch. One more time for the one time.
All right, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, this show is brought to you by Betstamp. You know, the good folks at Betstamp. Chris will go ahead and plug it in just a minute. But hey, before you do all that, remember, whenever you sign up, remember the code. The code is sushi. Do not forget that.
You know what else you shouldn't forget? Right before we start, you hit the bell and subscribe button. Mm-hmm. Make sure that algorithm gets to rhythming with our rhythm. Trying to dance, y'all. We trying to dance. Come on, man. What's today's topic? I saw it, and I was like, "Ooh, that's cold blood." LeBroom. And I know you saw my reel today, and I know you saw my reel today. So we are going to be calling the Denver Nuggets lethal interjection crew from this point forward. Fuck you, granddad. Hey, that nigga Bron just mad because he old, my nigga. You ain't finna retire. I didn't have it in me. Oh, nah, but you know, the jokes come from a place of love.
Yeah, man.
They come from a place of love. But go ahead, Boogie. Let's get this bitch rolling. Thank you guys for being here. Whoever is here.
So let's go ahead and kick it off, man. Let's talk about a little bit about what happened this weekend. Do you guys hear anything or you know seen anything sports related that was pretty much interesting that happened this past weekend?
Oh, I know. The Las Vegas Knights can kiss my ass with their cold ass. Man, Tejas Hockey Muchachos is dying. We're down 3-0. Last night, the captain decided to literally assault one of the other players on the team with a cross check to the neck. I don't know, man. Everybody just wear your... It's bad out here, dog. We was up. We thought we was about to party like it was the year 2000. I thought I saw Brent Hull coming through that door. I thought El Belfort was coming through that door. I thought Mike McDonald was coming through that door. But guys, guess what? Nah, you know what's come through that door? In the words of James Wilson, just a pain, dog. A whole lot of pain. Just a whole lot of pain, dog.
Nobody feels bad for the Dallas Stars right now.
Nobody feels bad for Dallas.
They've been good. They've been good for quite some time. Don't nobody feel bad for the Stars.
I mean, you know, I can't even talk about hockey because shit, we ain't even got no hockey team. So by default, I got to root for the Stars. So you know, it's just
I know it's Tejas. It's Tejas Hockey, muchachos.
Tejas on night.
I had Houston. I got Houston people on the bandwagon. I had San Antonio people riding. We the only team, y'all. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna be able to come back from 03 though.
Yeah, probably not. That's tough, man. That's gonna be a tough ass.
That's a tough hole to climb out of, but we're gonna get some teams that are trying to climb out such hole.
Wait, before we get started, Sterling. Chris, I know you can hear this. Did you see my tweet today, Sterling, this morning?
I haven't even been on Twitter today, man.
Oh my God. I knew you hadn't because you hadn't tweeted me. It was just talking about lovely times in sports, and it showed that time that Tony Romo threw 5 picks in the game versus the Buffalo Bills, and we still won that pitch before overtime.
Okay, so
what? Oh, it was the most beautiful thing. I know Chris saw it. Chris, I know you saw it. You just probably didn't like it. It still burns.
Okay, look,
man, that's tough. You know what I was like, you know, I'm glad that the band is back together.
And then he come to
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yes, hey Chris. Yes, hey, I'm sorry. I had to. Sterling. I know. But you're gonna get me sooner or later. I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna come around the bend and be like, now is my time to stab you.
Silent assassin. I'll get you. I'll get you.
All right. So look, man, I know I might be, I heard a little bit of news this past weekend, and I might be late to the party here. But one of my buddies told me what Nikola Pekovic has been up to. Yeah, the old big man from the Milwaukee Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Apparently, he the Montenegro basketball player. So apparently, he went over back to Montenegro and became a fucking drug lord. Yeah. So let me just read a little bit of this to you. So they talk about how his career, and he played for about 6 years, and they said once he got out the league, he went back over there and hooked up with a couple of shady people that are in the drug game, and it's the I think it's the Saric brothers. I want to say it's Darko and Dusko Saric.
Oh,
Yeah. So
go ahead.
So
this is what John Morant wants to do. I'm sorry.
So Nikola Peck, Big Peck, he's they call him, his nickname is the Godfather in Montenegro. So this is so I thought that was very fucking interesting,
bro. I'm sorry. It's just so funny that in this time of the NBA, we got a player that we're telling, man, you don't want to make it out the NBA, and Big Peck is over there like, hey, nigga, you might want to. I'm Big Meech over here. Nigga, like,
dog. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, he basically.
My man went from rebounds to pounds.
Man.
Yo.
And went from offense to OZs, nigga.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
All right, so look, all right, so before we get into this day in sports,
choices in life be wild, boy.
Bro, look,
bro.
When they say you can go left or you can go right,
boy,
I'm going left.
Going hard in the paint.
He's out going straight, pound, baby.
I mean, that nigga said, I'm about to excavate. Him going under. Pulling a new path. I pulled my family out of the gutter, got to the NBA, and then went right back in that bitch and ran it. Nigga said I wasn't that good at basketball, but I am the GOAT at this shit. Come on, fellas. Put that shit in the truck.
Let me tell you a story about what Zach LaVine said about Big Peck. It was like he was terrified to ask, Big Peck for his jersey number when he was on the Wolves. And he quote, I wasn't going to ask Pekovic for the number. I was terrified of him. You should be. You fucking should be. Because I'm looking at pictures of this dude.
What number was he?
Pekovic? Shit. Let me go look.
Was he 28?
14. He was 14.
Oh, I was about to say he probably wanted to be 17.5, but they probably wouldn't let him do it.
That's how much
you can't have decimals, Big Peck. I need 17.5.
He said, I look the protein sometimes,
Man.
Yeah, bro. Big Peck out there moving big pounds, all right? So,
boy.
Look, hey, man, stay away from me, nigga, all right?
hey, man, hey.
Stay away from me.
Caught up.
I don't want
if anything, he proves shit. You can do whatever the fuck you want in this life. Yeah. Pursue it, nigga. You can get it done.
You put your mind to it.
You can put your motherfucking mind to it. You can get that shit done.
Man.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, so before we get into this day in sports, I think Chris has the commercial that he's going to go ahead and push out for us. So go ahead and run it.
What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by the good people at Betstamp, which is helping thousands of people win in sports betting for free. That's right, you heard me. Free. F-R-E-E. Free. All right? The same way travelers use Google Flights and Expedia to find the best prices, bettors now can use the same through the Betstamp app. When you place a bet, the odds are given by a sportsbook will determine how much you can possibly win. Even though you're betting at the same outcome, different sportsbooks will offer varying payouts, and the differences can be huge. We are talking thousands of dollars. But fortunately for you, the good people at Betstamp have your back, okay? So Betstamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sportsbooks. You can click any matchup and instantly see the different odds that the game gives you, game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, Betstamp users win an extra $1,000 and over yearly just by line shopping. We can't tell you that this is a fucking game changer. What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by the good people.
Man.
All right, so
the man Peck went from pushing in the paint to pushing peas.
Bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on.
No, but
I'm not.
You're right. You're right,
bro.
Like,
bro, my man Peck said, I already won at life. I made the NBA, so I'm just gonna hit the reset button and play again on a harder difficulty. And he said, first time I played the game, it was on medium. I chose NBA. Second time, drug dealer. Let's get it.
This nigga playing the Sims.
No.
Oh shit.
Oh, this nigga like I'm gonna run Dark Souls back, nigga.
All right, we got this day of sports coming up, man. So Russ, man, what do you have for us today, brother?
Okie dokie. No matter what it says on the bottom line, I don't know if Chris got it, but I had to check it. But you know what I'm saying? On this day in sports, you know me, Sports Plug. I like to get y'all plugged into every sport that exists. So it is Indianapolis 500 week. If you did not know, now you know. Sunday is the big race. 500 miles, one trophy, one prize, one checker flag. Vroom, vroom, there we go. And on this date in 2009, the winner, Helio Castroneves of the 2001 and 2002, driving the 711 car, wins his third Indy title, being the only person to win that many in that amount of time. And yeah, you know, so if you get a chance, you got some drinks, you chilling, turn on the race in the background and be amazed by the speed that you see, because you'll never see cars go faster than you will see them go this Sunday. New sport for you. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to the NFL. I almost slipped up right there and said the wrong thing. So the NFL is going global. They are expanding their tentacles across the globe.
They want all the money.
Yeah, they are touching different markets here. So let's go ahead and just get into it. So they're basically expanding the marketing. They have a marketing program where they're going to be placing teams in charge of certain territories around the world. Not every team has got a territory. Some teams are going to share. Other teams are going to have like countries to themselves. But one of the obvious ones was the Steelers with Ireland, because of the long-standing history with the Rooneys. I think at one point, one of the Rooneys was an ambassador for Ireland, or vice versa. So we knew that was, kind of obvious. The Saints or
France.
For France, and I mean, it's Paris. They ain't even going to wake up in time for kickoff. So I don't know what they hope to accomplish there.
Yeah. Did you get the list?
Yeah, I got the whole list. So
cool, yeah.
So let's start with the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The Jacksonville Jaguars will share that with the Steelers, like we just said. Germany has the Falcons, Kansas City Chiefs, New England Patriots, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Austria and Switzerland are included in that as well. So, and I think that's
the next ones.
And then
that's all they announced.
But yeah, that's all they have there. But I mean, a lot of other teams that you thought that might, be in, in the mix, like, our top teams, like, the Cowboys.
You didn't name Buffalo, did you?
Yeah, Buffalo.
Who you want?
Yeah,
I just
Buffalo.
want to ask Sterling.
All the Texas teams, they were like, we just.
I want to know, Sterling, what country do you want?
North America, duh.
Oh man, that's it. No, the Canadians too. No, you got
North America. I don't.
You got to pick one. Yeah, you do. You got to pick one from across the pond.
Okay, look, I got the full list right here. All right, so this is the full list. All right, so Dolphins have Brazil. That's pretty.
I mean, that's I get it.
Yeah. Australia has the Rams and the Eagles.
Okay.
China has the Rams.
Oh, Rams about to win.
Ghana has the Eagles. Africa right now. Mexico
low.
has the Cardinals. Oh, I'll take that back. Mexico has the Cardinals, Cowboys, Broncos, and Texas.
Yeah, you knew the Cowboys. I'm just gonna take my drink.
Yeah.
You do. I would say, who the Cowboys gonna get? Come on now, Jerry.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Raiders
Car-
are in Mexico as well. Steelers.
They're gonna regret this when them cartels is out front tailgating. Kilos and barbecue, my friend.
Yo, look, shit can get real sticky in Mexico, man. So
I ain't going.
Hey, what Drake said? You know how sticky it get. Hey, them games about to be stupid.
yo, it's gonna be.
Yeah, where the Bills at on that list?
All right, so let me go down. So we have Mexico. So New Zealand has the Rams and Eagles. Spain has the Bears and the Dolphins. Switzerland has Chiefs, Patriots, Buccaneers. The UK has Bears, Jaguars, Dolphins, Vikings, Jets, Steelers. And that's it. They left the Bills off.
Because we got North America.
Nah, bro.
We got North America. That's it. That's it.
Y'all gonna get some place.
I mean, how do you leave the Bills off? It's like, dude, like
they haven't chose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
they haven't chose. Y'all should go get India or something.
No, I want Africa. Give me Africa, bro.
And then I think the Titans doesn't have a market.
Nobody wants them.
Yeah, some teams got left.
But I mean, Greece. They can go call Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Green Bay doesn't have.
Call Giannis. If you call Giannis, Giannis will be like, Greece will represent you because I say so.
But also, I forgot to mention, Tom Brady, hats off, part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, he hooked up with the Las Vegas Raiders. That's
before I even forget, man.
What if he's the Michael Jordan of owners? What if he just sucks at it?
He might.
They ain't gonna let him make no decisions.
Nah,
they're not. He a face.
They're not. Yeah, they're just gonna have him come in there, do the little.
He's the Oakland Raiders featuring Tom Brady. Look at him.
Basically. But I want to say before we even go on, I completely forgot it. But rest in peace to Jim Brown, man, one of the all-time great running backs, civil rights activist, all around awesome guy, an actor too. So R.I.P. to Jim Brown.
Turner passed today.
Tina
Turner also passed away today as well. So R.I.P. to those legends. And look, man. My mom was a big Tina Turner fan, and I watched what Love got to do with it, and when I heard the news, I was like, damn, bro, that's kind of look. There you go, Chris. Watching, I'm gonna get you, sucker, in Thunderdome tonight. Hey, man, one of my favorite roles from Jim Brown was in Crack House, and if you've seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about. But he played the villain in there, but he did a good job, man. But he was also great in Any Given Sunday as well. So if you haven't checked it out, please go check that out.
Yes.
So
that's crazy because he was really good in that, and it's kind of underrated, like how good Jim Brown was in Any Given Sunday.
One of the things that Jim Brown said about his playing days, and let's talk about this before we go, was that he would do when he do his walkthroughs and pregame, is that he would walk the fields and find the uneven spots in the field, the divots and things like that, and he would remember because he would be like, okay, this is at the 35-yard line on the left hash, and he would always keep it in mind because he says, this is where I will make my move on the defender. I might try to draw him into this little area where it's not balanced, where he could lose his balance and I can go ahead and go. And
they was playing on them just plain fields back then.
Yeah, so Jim Brown's, mentality for the game was kind of, was pretty dope. He taught me how to throw stiff arms. He says he threw stiff arms very violently and always at the last moment because he wanted the defender to blink to where it gave him that fraction of a second to make a move to where he needed to go ahead and, if he had to spin a cut or whatever. So I always admired that about him.
And he always got up slow so that people couldn't tell if he was hurt or not.
That's true. He did do that. So shout out to Jim Brown.
He invented that, actually.
I think he did.
I think he did invent that. Like, everybody gets up slower now. But, he invented that, getting up slow so they never knew if he was hurt or not.
Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to our next subject, the kickoff rule that is pretty much kind of rubbing everybody the wrong way.
Not me.
Not you?
Nah.
Okay, so
I love college football, and go ahead, but tell me what the rule is.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I think it's whenever you go ahead and you I think it's like at the 20, is like with the 25-yard line. Refresh my memory here.
So if I'm correct, now the kickoffs are going to work like they do in college, and if you fair catch a kick, then you get it at the 25.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to know you guys' thoughts on that right now. But Russ already said that he likes. So let's lead off with Russ and let's tell us how you feel about that.
It's not all right. It's not like a hooray like. It's like y'all know me, bro. Like I appreciate nostalgia, but that shit happened and we remember it and smile. But shit got to move forward. Like, and I think that a lot of people are stuck in the past with this shit, bro. Like this kickoff is one of the most dangerous plays in football. It takes people out. We know that it takes people out. We know that we need to do something about it. And the only thing that you possibly can do about it is two things. You could do what the XFL did, which people say they hate, which is wait till the guy catches it and basically make it a huge ass run play. Or you can just make it to where it's basically we're gonna incentivize you to fair catch it. And if you want to return it, it's at your own risk. And so that's the way it works in college. I happen to love college football. I don't think that I love what the special teams. Devin Hester is one of my favorite players ever. But I can honestly sit here and say that there's not going to be another one. There's not going to be another Dante Hall because the play is not going to be sustainable because human existence is more important. Like health is more important than our 10 seconds of cheering or 5 seconds, however long that play lasts. I'm not like, yeah, we should have done this 20 years ago. It's just like, I enjoyed being alive the time I was alive so I could see it. And shit, we're moving on. I ain't got a problem with it.
All right. Sterling, what you think, brother?
I mean, it's all right, man. As long as they're not taking it away, altogether. I think the fact that teams have the ability to return if they want to, I like that still. But, it's football, man. Like, these dudes make a ton of money. And the kickoff and kick return is one of my favorite plays of the game, to be honest. Just the thought and idea that it could be returned for a touchdown, I think it's one of the most beautiful plays in the game, to be honest. But I'm okay with it, just for the simple fact that this is what the NFL's kind of been going towards is a safer, play and environment. But I still feel like if they're gonna if they're gonna take this route, then really be about player safety. I think there are things that for the players' benefit that they could do insurance-wise and compensation and, really, like, if you're really concerned about player safety, then really be about it. It's kind of like Budweiser with the whole, promoting LGBTQ communities, but then retracting it saying like, well, we really didn't want to do that. It wasn't approved. It's like, no, man, 10 toes down. Just stand on it.
Thank you.
They
said what you said, bud.
Yeah, they can't stand on that 24% profit drop.
Yeah.
They seen that and they changed their tune. That's what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
So my thing is this: is that
that's not knowing your base.
Yeah, it's not knowing your
facts.
Not knowing your crowd. So my thing is this: is that I listened a little bit to the Pat McAfee show about this, and
I feel like you did that on purpose because everybody.
So I listened to the show a little bit, and he had a little something to say, and it got me thinking. It was like, well, what is to become of like the special team players, the coaches, and then it got me to think like, okay, everybody remembered Terrell Davis, like running back for the Denver Broncos. He burst on the scene because of his special team.
He laid somebody out.
His special team play. And, if that opportunity is kind of, taken away from guys, trying to make a name for themselves, those guys kind of get left out in the cold, and you have special team coaches and things like that. And, if you kind of kill the special teams, it's like you won't have, those opportunities for players and coaches and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where, I'm kind of like, well, damn, but I understand, the players, I
feel that.
Yeah, the players.
I'm glad we're how old we are, but we got to see prime special teams.
Yeah.
Like, but here's what I will say though. Let this be a lesson to the people that when someone finds a fix to something and you poo-poo on it because it's not what you want, you might want to just pay attention because the XFL actually had a great idea. Because yes, it's not the kickoff that you're used to, but it is still a kickoff. You just have to wait for the guy to catch the ball before the rage happens. And that actually still gives us the best of both worlds. So people need to realize compromise is the best thing here. So if you want your kickoffs back, and we know that the wedge and all that shit fucks people up, and concussions have been up with the changes that they made. So it's still it's grown ass man making car collisions, and we know special teams players in the NFL, they're hanging on to their job anyway, so they're ready to knock a motherfucker out. I know y'all watched the Raw Room. Gates beyond there, wild. You know what I'm saying? And he was a really good special teamer. So I think that we should go back to. I think that sooner or later they're gonna look at it and say, y'all may not like or think what the XFL has done, and Pat McAfee shitted on that too. But I'm like, we're not gonna get our old kickoffs back. We're not gonna get that back. So like, I'm not gonna get another. Like I said, I'm not gonna get another Devin Hester. So we got to figure out something else. And so they want to go this route because people are bitching about the way that XFL did it. When really, if you want to really have a guy in the team take a chance to run a kickback for a touchdown, you probably should just do it in the manner that they want to do it to make it safe, and we'll still get the play, which is wait for the guy to catch the ball and then go forward. But I feel everybody's beat. Shit, I watch it too. The kickoff, that offense, defense, special teams. You know what I'm saying? That 06 Bears team was special. Y'all remember? They weren't shit, but Devin Hester running back kicks.
You had Rex Grossman.
The first play of the fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Motherfucker took that bitch back. Like, so that's something that I really think that we don't want to get rid of in the game. But I think that the only way that we're going to be able to have that is to do it the way the XFL does. You're going to have to give guys the ability to see someone coming at them full speed to knock their fucking block off. Like, you got to.
And it's
you
like,
can't give people a head start. You know what I'm saying?
And,
like, it's,
and I gotta agree. Is like, the safety is more important because after you retire, you want to make sure these guys have quality of life. Where they don't do harm to themselves or anybody else around them. With kind of the unpredictable state that concussions can bring. I think it's the right call.
Yeah.
It's just that you just got to, the league got to get used to it. But I'm glad that I was able to witness, such great special team players like Devin Hester, Dante Hall, Chris Johnson. Because to me, man,
I forgot about Dante Hall. Ooh,
exactly.
Oh boy, he was. Hey, no, I'm sorry, not Dante Hall. I'm sorry, I said him. The dude from Atlanta, the corner.
You talking about D'Angelo?
Yeah,
D'Angelo Hall. He was there. Nasty. Yeah, he was nasty in his younger years. Then when he
in college, people forget in college these dudes ran back kicks. Like all these guys that were naming Antoine Randall L. Oh, I mean, y'all didn't pull that one out the back pocket. I felt like that was like a spade. Bam! You know
Steve Tasker, Chris chimed in.
I have no idea who Steve Tasker is. I'm not even gonna front y'all. I'm not gonna act like I know. I'm not gonna hit there. Oh, Steve Tasker. Who the fuck is Steve Tasker?
He was a special teamer for the Bills, wide receiver.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't care about this dude being in the Hall of Fame, bro. It's I don't. I don't.
Did Deion did
bro, every single year Bills fans get all up in arms because Steve Tasker's not in the Hall of Fame. Like, dog, I can't. I can't, bro. Like,
all right, Steve Tasker's name. He who shan't be named from now on. He is added to the list of he who shan't be named. That's what we're starting today. A list of he who shan't be named. And Steve Tasker, you have made that list.
Yeah, you're in the book of Voldemort.
The
book of Voldemort.
The book of Sushi. The book of stale sushi. Like a motherfucker. Like, hey, he was
spoiled sushi, my boy.
You are now that dude from Buffalo.
I feel bad for Steve Tasker though, because he's got all these people saying that he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, if you're that guy, like, what do you say? What do you say?
Steve Tasker.
Like if you're Steve Tasker, I'd be like, nigga, shut up, nigga, shut up. Just shut up.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It's like you reminded me of my past. Nigga, just shut up. You know, you date that. It's like dating that ugly girl, and everybody, all your friends, like, y'all, you remember when you dated her, nigga? Like, bro,
nigga, I'll kill you. Shut up, nigga.
Yeah, or you got that one friend that you bring your girl around, and they start saying stuff that you did, and you be like,
yo,
left in the dog.
Don't be talking about my career.
Oh Lord.
Right,
Oh yeah, you know we didn't touch before we get to the next thing, man,
What's
bro.
that, brother?
We didn't touch. Man, that was a draw.
Oh, you talking about the Loma and Devin?
Oh yeah, that was a motherfucking me draw.
I would say
and Tim Bradley. Come on, bro. We know where your money was, but I'm just saying that was a draw. Though.
I think Loma.
Huh?
Loma.
I think Tim pumped it up a little bit. I think that Loma took it in the later rounds of the fight, so we really saw like 3.5 rounds of him, like just taking the fight to Haney. But I think that in the end, Haney won a lot of the beginning round, so he had like that back. Now his dad should be ashamed for lying 2 times. One, you lied to your child in the corner. We winning this fight at that point in time. No. He was not winning the fight. Your son was surviving. And number 2, at the end of the fight, saying it was lopsided. Yeah, it's better take that rematch with Lomo, because if your son get up in there with Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis, he might not be with us no more.
Nah,
because one of them 2 is gonna knock his ass out.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I had Loma up. I thought Loma had the win.
I can see that.
And when Loma went to his press conference and said that, he said towards the end, I thought I had it won. So, I kind of, eased up off the gas. And I mean, look, brother, I love
That's
Loma.
Where you gotta take out the champ to beat the champ. That's what you fucked up.
Stop playing with your food, man. Just if you end it. But
I don't know if he had the power to knock out Haney though. That's why I was like, I would just like to see it be a draw, because he was tagging him, but I mean, there was I did find it kind of funny at one point. I'm sorry, Haney had some funny moments when his dad was like, "You got to dodge your left," and Haney was like, "He's throwing it twice." I was like, "Hey, that's the sign of a dude that's in some shit that he need to get himself out of." He just like, "Dad, shut the fuck up. This nigga is not what you said he was. This guy is not what you said he was. They shouldn't have pushed him."
He's like, but like, man, look, if you're not familiar with Lomachenko, man, look at his highlights. He is a highlight reel. A lot of fancy footwork. Lots of fancy punches. Yeah, Lomo been in the fire, man.
He was throwing him up. Yeah, like they said, he wasn't like slouchy or nothing. He went back to go fight for his country, and he didn't like take he took a break for a real legitimate reason, and he came back and he still got them all. So I want to see him fight again, but I know that Cheney's not gonna get in it because he wants the big payday that's gonna come with Shakur. It's gonna be Shakur.
Yeah,
because after the fight that was in the middle of the ring, and Shakur was like, "You soft. I'm number 1." I'm sorry, Haney.
Now,
but that's how I envision him saying it. I'm number 1. Like, man, Shakur gonna knock your ass out, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think Shakur takes it. I do.
You know he is. He was smiling like, "Come on, man. Like I just need a piece, bro. Like you're gonna get a lot of pub."
Oh,
Bet you he don't push Shakur Stevenson like that.
Because he not going to go against Tank, because the way that Loma was tagging him, if Tank was laying them same hits on and licks on him, nah.
Sleep.
Nap time.
Sleep. Dream world.
All
you
right.
in the upside down, my nigga. you in the upside down. You're moving like this.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to our sponsor for the evening, our Betstamp segment here. And before you do anything, remember, when you sign up for Betstamp, use code SUSHI, okay? That's us. It's the show that you listen to right now, and it's pretty damn easy to remember. So
sign up for Betstamp using Sushi. Sign up for Betstamp using Sushi. Sign up for Betstamp using Sushi.
All right. So last week we went. I think we did a pretty good. I think we're like 4-2 now.
What was it? Whisper to the voice in the background. Chris will tell you.
You said, yeah, okay. We're 4-2.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to Mackenzie Dern for giving me that dub. I had to get that stink of the Lakers L off of me. So this pick, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stay with the UFC. What I know. So I'm gonna make the first pick here, and hopefully we can go ahead and we can keep rolling on this gravy train. So let's go to UFC, Chris. There should be UFC Fight Night this Saturday. Yeah, it's not going to be today. It's going to be probably Saturday, so you're going to have to go to Saturday.
Yeah, you got to go to today. I love this. Betstamp, you are the shit. Sign up for Betstamp using the Sushi code. They got everything you need. You saw the ad. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play it again.
No,
Sure.
you
Okay, well,
sign
try.
up.
It's June 3rd. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's see. No, not the main event. They don't have the undercard. God damn it! All right, because that's gonna. Yeah, I ain't really. You know what? Yeah, fuck it, Chris. Take it because they didn't give me the whole card. I was gonna bet on Nurmagomedov. You know, look, man. You know, one thing I learned about watching MMA is that you don't go against the Dagestani guys, and I was gonna go with Abu Akbar, Nurmagomedov. Khabib's a relative, but they don't give us the prop bet, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go with Amir. Was it Amir Abazi over Kai Kara France? Hopefully, man, you don't fuck up my goddamn my win streak here. All right, so do you? Oh, hold on. No, that's not it. That's not it. No, that's not it. Okay, so what else we have here? So do you guys have you guys picks yet?
Yeah, go to the NBA. Let's go on and
yeah, you go first, Sterling.
Run this up real quick on Thursday. So, go to Thursday. Yeah, no, that's May 18th.
Yeah, you going back in time, Chris.
Yeah.
Time
Come
travel.
on, Scotty's at the controls. He's driving like a maniac.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
So, I think the Celtics are going to win another game back to back. So I would definitely take the Celtics at 4.5. Yep. I really do, man. I think it's they're a good team. I don't think they're going to win the series, but I think this will be the last game they win. So it's at home. Boston crowd's going to be live. It's going to be tough. I think they get this done, and I kind of think they kind of found something that worked for them last night during the game. So yeah, let's roll with the Celtics on this.
And Chris just informed us is a big jump in the spread here. So remember, sports bet users, man, we get about $1,000 yearly in winnings, man.
Yeah, that 4.5 to 8.5 is a big spread, man. So I would definitely go on the 4.5 on that, just because I think it's going to be close, even if they do indeed lose the game. I think it's going to be close, but they're saying they're going to win by 4.5, so that's tough. So I mean, it could. I don't know. It could be one of those things where you look at the Miami Heat, and if they are 5-point underdogs. And it just changed. So there's that.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
this is the whole game here. Okay. That was 4.5. Oh, sorry, guys.
Wait, so they're saying that the Boston Celtics are going to beat them by 8.5.
Yeah.
Wow. So
are they reeling people in?
Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Give me the Miami Heat 8.5.
Take the over. Take the over.
Yeah, the lowest you're gonna get is
take the over.
It's 8.5. That's what you're gonna get. Yeah.
Take the over.
Take the over, huh?
215. The over is 215. What was the score of the last game? I guarantee the last 3 games. I guarantee have been over. Even the blowouts have been over at least 200, like the low to mid 200s, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. I would take the over because them two teams score a lot of points.
Let's look.
By taking the over?
I might be fucking wrong, but
I
think. Last night's game was 116 to 99. The Sunday game was 120.
Yeah, that's exactly 102. That's on the button. Okay, that's on the button. It's 215 on the button. So
yeah,
I would still take the over.
The game before that was 111 and 105. So
man,
this is true.
Take the over because they're on the brink. Take the over because that. Okay, so now I bet you're saying, Russ, that's the even or the under. Like, take the over. Ooh, under 216. See, look, that's why they did that though. If you look, they got under 216.5. That's why they did that shit because the last two. Okay, take the over. I'm just telling you, take the over. Anyways, y'all ready for mine? I don't know. Are we still talking about them?
Yeah, I got to go with the 8.5 point spread, man. That's a big spread.
Yeah, no, it's do you? I would take the over.
All right, you got your pick ready, Russ? Ready to roll?
Chris, see if I don't even know if the day's available. See if Friday's available. I'm trying to give the people some guarantees. Not NBA, MLB, baseball. Mine wasn't loading, and I want Friday though. It's not loading.
I see it.
That look like
that. Yeah, it's baseball, but they ain't got the. They
don't have the
spread. Not up
okay,
there,
so basically, the Oakland-Houston game is going to be a Houston dub.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is.
It's like whoever plays Oakland, you can book it.
Yeah.
Whatever the spread is, pick Houston in the minus. You're gonna win.
I think they only gave us a 30. I mean, for Thursday.
Okay, well that's Oakland. That's Oakland. So for Thursdays, I can give you one for Thursdays. Scroll up. I'm gonna do baseball since no one's doing baseball. Do the scroll down to the Yankees. They play the Orioles. Yes, they do. Go ahead and take the Yankees minus 1.5 because they had the best month last month. They're picking it up. They're getting healthy. Take that one. But if you have any questions and you want something for show on Saturday, was it Friday? On Friday, take the Astros versus the A's, whatever the under is or the minus is. Not under, or the minus. Whatever it is. I'm telling you. Astros been kicking ass and the A's suck. Win you some money.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just pump up those dubs, that win column here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get our percentage up. You know what I'm saying? Before I take any chance.
Yeah, this is not financial advice here, okay? These are
do I need the Uncle Vinny?
Okay,
please believe everybody that's out there watching. This is not financial advice. We do not suggest that you do this if this is relies on $100, $10. If you have $1 million, hey, do not do this if you have a problem. And if you do have a problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Bang. All right. So those
the
are
addiction is real. Stay away from it.
All right. So those are our sports sushi picks. So if you like them, ride with us. If you don't, hey man, we told you so.
Fuck you. No, I'm joking.
So remember, always use line shopping with Betstamp, and again, use the code Sushi whenever you're signing up. If you sign up and you miss it, you can always go to your account and add it again. So remember, that is Sushi, just like the show you watching. All right. So
don't forget to hit the bell, subscribe, like button. Bing, bing, bow.
Bing, bang, boom. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the NBA here. All right, so let's start off with
if I got it's the either.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Or
thank you, man. I'm over here, running through the bush crowd, but we got the either or coming up. So Russ, what do you got for us today?
Oh shit. My bad, my earphone fell out. Either or, and if you don't know, I'm bouncing on my feet like stick my leg out. I know that was live. Okay, so we got the either or today. The either or, I'm gonna keep it kind of simple. Actually, I might make it complicated. So you know what it is, people. We're not doing full teams. We're not doing coaches. There's none of that. I want to know if you are a GM, which would you rather have? A dominant force in the front court, being a power forward or a center, or a powerful player on the outside, being a guard, shooting, point. I guess we could throw small forward. Y'all want to throw small forward in the front court or the back court? It's a forward, so it's got to go in the front court, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So small forward, those of you that are Browniacs, that is now in the class of the center's power forward. So which one would you rather have? The reason I bring this up is because in light of the playoffs and the way they are going right now, we have seen the resurgence of the big man with Joker whooping that ass. And we also see great play for like Steph Curry. We've seen championships won by teams that are dominated by the outside. we see the likes of Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum's, I guess he's going to get put in the forward category down low, but we know he plays outside. So, in y'all's opinion, which would y'all rather have, the dominance in the backcourt or the dominance in the front court? I love what Sherrod just said. Christopher said, give me a big man. Matter of fact, give me Timmy D or Dream. If y'all would like some stats, I do have some stats to throw out there before you make your choices. You want me to do that? Because y'all know how I get down this either or. I want to give everybody as much information as I can.
I already know what I want.
I'm pretty.
You want the stats big, or you want y'all want to give what y'all want, or
I don't need the stats.
Yeah, I want the bigs. Give me the bigs. Pause.
We got 1 for bigs,
2 for bigs,
2 for bigs. What comes after 2, y'all?
3 for bigs.
3, because we got 3 for motherfucking bigs in this bitch. Okay, so I'm gonna hey, to all you that don't know, I'm gonna put this. I'm just gonna let you know how Sportsbook Russ Big 30 feel about this. You know what I'm talking about? And it's the truth. That's why they call me what they do. Whenever y'all hear me talk about the top players of all time, y'all always hear me say this, and I believe we got 4, because I believe Chris Sherrod in the background gonna say 4, because I want a big 2. You know what I'm saying? So I always say this when we talk about the top players, and anybody that knows me knows I bring this up very quickly. I put bigs in another department. I believe that we should talk about the best players in basketball with bigs and everybody else in their other category. Because it is my firm belief that when you have a big with the skills to pay the bills, you are going to beat everybody. You're going to win. You're going to beat the guard. You're going to beat the other big. You're going to beat the forward. You're going to beat the small forward. You're going to beat the coach. As Chris Sherrod said in here, see Tim Duncan. See the Dream, who Jordan never got out there with. See Dirk Nowitzki and his magical run. See what Joker's doing right now. See the hunger from Philadelphia and what they want from Joel Embiid, and he hasn't been able to give them. You know what I'm saying? See Shaq, one of the most dominant players, and another player I'll name. See Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The reason I name him because I'd like to throw out some of the stats with him compared to some of y'all that might say guard. So the reason why I use Kareem, because him and Michael Jordan both have the 6 for 6, okay? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played 20 seasons. Michael Jordan played 15. Playoffs played, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 18, Michael Jordan at 13. Now, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had 19 All-Star games, Michael Jordan at 14. Now, season MVPs, 5-6 in favor of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, finals MVP was 6-2 in favor of Michael Jordan. Now, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did play with a young man by the name of Magic Johnson. NBA offer, and he won his first title with another guy by the name of Oscar Robertson. Big men matter. We can go down the list between All-NBA and first team. They're tied, All-NBA first team and second team. All-NBA teams 15-11 to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All defensive team, Michael Jordan actually has them 9-5. It's pretty interesting. All defensive first team, that is. All defensive teams overall, Kareem got that by 2. That's 11-9. Defensive player of the year, Michael Jordan got that and Kareem never did. That's very interesting. Scoring leader, we have Michael Jordan with 10. Kareem only did that twice. Rebounds leader, of course, Kareem would have got that. Blocks leader, of course, Kareem got that. Steals leader, of course, Michael Jordan got that. They both won Rookie of the Year. You pick who you want, but to me, if you want to win and you have a skill big, if you want to win, you go get a skill big because he will carry you over any other player that's out there. Another bit of evidence before I shut the fuck up. Kobe swept Dirk. Joker just swept Bron.
Sure.
I rest my case. Oh, Shaq and Penny beat Jordan. I rest my case.
All right. All right. That was our either or. And we're going to go ahead and, since on the subject of basketball, we will dive into the NBA. All right.
LeBroom!
But before we get into the matchups here, Carmelo Anthony hung it up, made it official. I mean, look.
Hey, tip your motherfucking caps, people.
Nothing but respect, man. Nothing but respect to Melo, man.
I want no slander. I want no angry letters our direction. I want nothing but grace and lovingness to the man that posted the greatest stat sheet ever. 62, 0, 0, 0, and 0. The man said, I got one job and I'm going to do it. The original Bucket Man Monster, my personal favorite player of all time, actually. Like, he passed T-Mac. I don't care if you don't got a ring or not. Carmelo's the motherfucking god. If y'all got anything, everybody know my favorite player retired, bro. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, I'm old as fuck.
All right, so Sterling being the man in Denver, where Carmelo started his career out in. How do you feel about this? How's the city taking this?
Melo had a great career, man. He'll be loved. He'll be loved now that he's not playing. He'll be loved here. You know, he still gets booed when he comes to Denver, but I mean, he really did put Denver on the map in terms of basketball.
He did.
Like he did, and you got to give him so much props and credit. Yeah, he come to a city at the time where nobody really wanted to come and play. Like you were forced to come here to play. He really embraced it. You know, I think because of him, guys like AI wanted to come play here, and some other guys. You know, so he'll always be beloved in my book. In my book, now he didn't win a title, but you know, you got to look at the era that he came out in, and with Kobe and LeBron. Like that's
you know what? You know what? Okay. I gotta keep it short and sweet because I can't go forever. Yeah, like I literally like this is my dude, and I'm gonna say this. And I always say this about Melo, and I'm going to stand on the table and say Melo didn't win one because he was going about doing it in the way that you people want somebody to do it. Y'all didn't want people to move. Y'all didn't want people to go stack teams. The man said, I'm going home. I'm going to play for my home team, and I'm going to do this shit alone. I don't give a fuck about teaming up or doing none of that shit. They pay me to make the shots. They pay me to get the boards, get the fuck out the way. Y'all know what it is. And respect that nigga for that. And he went down with his ship. Like he didn't try to run and go do a bunch of other shit when he could have went and played for all these other teams that were I'm gonna go play for Portland. Why? Because I can still get it in. No, Melo, man, my nigga Melo did it. And everybody wants to talk about no rings or whatever. Nah, man. My man said, I'm gonna go do it for the team I play for. And J.R. Smith, come hoop with me. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Old Tyson Chandler. Come hoop with me. Melo never went to go play with the Heat. Melo never went to go play with Derrick Rose. We all know he could have went and done that.
Yeah.
He had a chance to play with literally every player, every best player when they knew he wanted to move, wanted to play with him. New York had a horrible, horrible organization that didn't build. Phil Jackson is anyways, Phil Jackson. They try to tell him Jeremy Lin's what you need. Like, nah, man, I'm not gonna go over all the slight, but nah, Melo gets respect. We're not even talking about the college Melo who ran through the NCAA like a hot knife through butter and won a championship. He was the one that popularized, man, one and done, go get it done though. Like, don't go one and done and go lose the first round.
There's
go one and done and go win it.
I got mixed feelings on that because Melo, the leader, has to be called into question. It just does, man. And you know, he's the kind of player that had all the talent and ability in the world. I think he's probably one of the top 10 gifted basketball players I've ever seen in my entire life. And I felt like he could have been so much more, to be honest. I think organizations kind of failed him, and I think he failed as a leader. You know what I'm sayan? If I'm being real honest.
No. Like honestly, like I think I see what you're saying, but I wouldn't say. Do you think he failed as a leader, or do you think he lacked that one quality that a player that tries to win like he wanted to win needs, and that's make players around him better? Because he didn't make players around him better. He didn't.
Right.
Like I can tell the truth about. He was a leader though. He got on our guys' ass. He let people know, like, but he wasn't going to quote unquote help you get like better out there. Like Melo was letting you know, like, I'm gonna get the buckets. Do what the fuck you're supposed to do. And
that's not leadership. You know, I think leadership is sacrificial. Leadership, it's getting the most out of people.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man. And you go ahead, say what you guys say.
I agree with the fact that he didn't, but I don't think that's all the time. That's not, to me, that's not leadership. That's just a special quality.
How is it not leadership?
Because when you lack that quality, I believe that Melo lacked the ability to look in the mirror and see that I do need someone else to help me. Because he really did want to do it on his own. Like he did not want to help.
You don't think that, name the organization that he was with in his prime, wanted to put or gave him the resources where he could channel that. I feel like as much as we want to say, as great as he was,
okay,
he had some flaws, and leadership is his flaw. And that's
okay. Let's talk his best season ever. That's 09.
I don't care
right?
about the stats. We know he's one of the best scorers of all time.
No.
I don't care about the stats.
No, I'm not talking stats. I'm talking, let's just talk about his best season ever in 09. And I would challenge anybody to go back and watch those 09 Nuggets that lost to Kobe and tell me that he wasn't a leader. He was a leader, but his style of play, his style of leadership, his style of basketball died in front of our eyes, and he was left. That's why people said he was sorry when he wasn't sorry, and they wanted him out the league. Isolation ball like he played it is dead. Being able to talk to your teammates like Michael Jordan would talk to him, it died. He learned that from him, bro. Like
there's a lot of stories out of Denver. A lot of stories out of Denver.
But what you saw in 2009,
that wasn't
do you believe in 2009 in his best season he wasn't a leader? Do you believe in New York, even though he wasn't out there all the time?
I never said he wasn't a leader. His leadership qualities, they just weren't sharp to me.
He lacked that one quality. That one quality.
Which is what?
Which is the ability to make your teammates around you better. And that I agree with, but I believe his flaw, and I say this in joking manner to all my friends, I'd be like, Melo made bad decisions. Because I believe that LeBron looked in the mirror and said, man, fuck this. I done played the Celtics. I cannot do this alone. Like every player, KD looked and said, man, I need a guy that's gonna run point and do the right things like Steph Curry. I truly believe my man Melo looked in the mirror and said, no, either I'm gonna do it myself as me with nobody able to say shit, but I carried him a la Dirk, or I'm not gonna get it. And I can live with that. And look, watching him, like that's why as a fan I can be comfortable with he didn't get a ring, because he's not out here sulking. Like he lives with it because he really went out there and said, I'm gonna go be the man everywhere I am, unquestioned. I am the man, win or lose. Now the ability to make your teammates better than that, he was lacking, but I don't think that he wasn't a leader. I just think that he didn't have that ability, and it hurt him because he really could have done something special. He couldn't get out the deal, Sean. He couldn't get out the deal, but he signed the deal. And he knew what he was doing when he signed the deal. He knew when he signed that 5-year deal in New York, he wasn't going to go to the Heat. He knew it, and I refuse to believe that him and Chris Paul did not know what they were doing throughout their whole entire careers and all these different times they had a chance to play with their friends. Melo knew. Melo did not want to have a guy on his team that you could say, not selfishly, he just, like, that's the way you do it. Like, the guy that you put on my team is going to be a number 2. And unfortunately, his best number 2, J.R. Smith, which shows you some of the greatness of LeBron James, because he took J.R. Smith to the finals as his number 2.
It's not a wrong take. I mean, we can dive into this.
He did. Yeah, let's close. Let's give our closing thoughts on it before we move on. So, Sterling, what are your thoughts?
This is one of those. Top 10. This is one. Melo is the top 10 talent to ever play the game. But this is one of those discussions where we need a whole hour to just really talk about the players' legacies, right? Because as gifted as he was, I feel like there was so much untapped potential from a leadership standpoint. That's why the Nuggets really essentially gave up on him. They knew that they had a top 5 NBA. He
wanted to
talent.
go too.
But there's as much as he wanted to get, there's reasons internally why a player wants out, because I felt like they demanded things of him that he wasn't ready to give. And maybe some of the leadership infrastructure and how they handled the Nuggets was, I got questions about that as well. But, it's just a lot, man. We got to unpack that later in the summer.
I think you're totally right, because whatever went on in Denver, I truly believe that if he stayed, and I love,
he should have stayed. He
would have won one. He would have won one if he stayed. If he would have stayed, him and J.R. Smith would have been champions, because that was young J.R. And that's a good number.
But you got to be mad. But you got to be mad at this is the LeBron James effect. This is what the whole going to South Beach.
I don't think that was LeBron James.
Hold on, just hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
I think players in that time and generation were pressured because these super teams are being put together, and he's sitting over here in Denver, which Denver at that time was a place that who wants to go play for fucking Denver. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, like I guess I got to do this on my own. LeBron is my homie. Chris Paul is my homie. A lot of these guys out here teaming up, and I'm out here in Denver, and I'm looking at the GM, and he ain't ready to give me what I need. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot, man.
No,
It's a lot
that's
that goes
true.
into
That's
it.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
We got to talk about that again.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
saga of Melo.
So before we go, let's do a legacy month or in the summer, like June, where we take a player and we just go through their whole shit. Personal life.
Let's start it off with Melo.
You know, we can start with Melo.
We'll start with Melo. We'll start off with Melo.
We can do, yeah, because he deserves one, and we can go down the list.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Melo, then T-Mac. Shit, do our niggas first. No, I'm just playing. We definitely need to do that. And yeah,
that's definitely going to be in the show moving forward.
But shout out to Melo and thank you for all the great years of basketball, man.
For real.
Me personally, I love that shit, bro.
And shout out to his son, man. Y'all hear the thing that's dope, dog. And that's what I'm talking about. Like he's getting that in fatherhood and as years. But man, if you would have had that mentality when you came to the Nuggets, bro, and stayed, you would have been a champion. You know. But anyway,
I think that's
super cool though. Super cool.
In closing, Sterling, what you said is not wrong, but I want to add at the end. But that man loves New York City, so I think the call of him being able to that man stayed when Phil Jackson was trying to bury his career. He still wanted to stay. He loved New York that much. So that loyalty is a motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, so let's get on to the next subject. If you haven't heard, the LA Lakers and LeBron got LeBroomed.
I'm pissed that you just the way you just put that in there. Everybody wants to talk about LeBron. We ain't talking about the Nuggets, man.
No, I was about to go ahead and say,
I was
about to say the Nuggets end up punching their ticket and advancing to their. It's the first ever Western Conference Finals, right?
They've been to the Western Conference, but they never went to the NBA Finals. Yeah,
the NBA Finals. My fault.
Sterling. I would say me, Sterling, and constant viewer of the show, Chris Sherrard, have been yelling. The Nuggets got a motherfucking team, y'all. The NBA does this thing, and the media around the NBA does this thing where we have to talk about Miami, LA, Boston, LA again, Vegas, big cities. Like the NFL has a popular team in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I do not want to hear you can't survive out there in the middle of nowhere. You calling Denver the middle of nowhere. The Buffalo Bills are in Orchard Park. You don't know where Orchard Park is unless you look on a motherfucking map. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cleveland Browns. They left and came back. Have you ever been to Indiana? Indiana looks like a place where they refused to get big, but they had to, so they put the country and big at the same time, bro. And the Colts are one of the biggest teams in the league. So to all the NBA fans, to everybody watching, we control this shit. Stop letting them set a narrative that all the star players have to play in a certain city, because if a star player plays in a certain city and we go to that motherfucker, the city is going to accommodate. So those of us saying that Milwaukee ain't busting, why don't you go to Milwaukee and let's make it busting? Those of you that say that I want to go here, I don't want to go there, and wherever you go, it's going to be busting because the people make the party. That's the bottom line. So I'm tired of this narrative that we have to deal with. It's like, well, who wants to watch Denver and Miami? Nigga, I do. Because that's Joker, one of the best centers in the last 15 years to play the game versus Michael Jordan's son. And until you take a DNA test, nigga, that's your baby. Stop playing with me.
Okay, hold on.
We just took a turn.
Yeah. Okay, so let's stay on
track again. And I said that Boston would go, but I want Jimmy to make it, and I want Jimmy to get the ring just so he can look Michael and Jordan in the eye and say, I ain't even need you, nigga.
I thought you was going to happen.
I ain't even need you.
Jimmy going to win the ring, and he going to have Jordan coming out the tunnel looking like Dr. Evil.
Bobby Boucher daddy. He going to be in that bitch like Bobby Boucher daddy. Hey, dude.
Bobby.
We champions. We champions, Jimmy. Nah, nigga.
But no,
Jimmy did it without you.
All right, but let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and stick on topic and let's tap in with Sterling. Since he's out in Denver, how is the vibe out there? Because I know y'all motherfuckers going buck ass wild.
Oh man, it's crazy right now. You know, the Nuggets fans. I mean, it ain't a basketball hotbed out here. Let's be honest. I mean, the Broncos still reign supreme, but man, I think there's a lot of people in the community who are now Denver Nuggets fans. But it's nuts out here, man. It's crazy. You know, Denver's never seen this. They never seen a team like this. You know, I could even say outside of the Terrell Davis Denver Broncos winning 2 titles. Notice I said Terrell Davis Broncos, not John Elway.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is probably the best championship team, pending they win the title, that Denver is ever going to have. And that's on top of some really good Avalanche squads. I think this Nuggets team is it.
Okay, so my next question would be this. Do you think they win?
Oh, yeah, they win. They win.
Russ, what you think?
That was the Nuggets in the championship?
Yeah.
Oh, they winning that motherfucker like 6. That team is really good.
Yeah, but it's not going to be easy.
Every time they play, y'all see me tweet it out. I texted my friends. I've been texting it since the start of the playoffs. The Denver Nuggets are serious about this game of basketball, y'all. They are not playing, my nigga. And shout out to Jeff Green, because he's going to get his first NBA championship, and that will be all the guys. I mean, that will be KD and Jeff Green, two of the 4, the original Thunder, will have gotten rings. And James Harden and Russell Westbrook better get on this motherfucking high horse.
And I got reasons as to why I know they're going to win. If you care to hear them.
Oh, yes.
No,
Sterling, we don't want to hear that shit.
We don't
want to hear that shit.
Yeah, listen, man. It's shooters galore. Like, from 1 to, there's not a player on that team outside of Christian Brown that can't hit a 3, an open 3. That's one reason. You have the most unselfish big man in the NBA in Jokic. And let me explain this. So Jokic, for what Jokic lacks on the defensive end, now he is a decent defensive player. He's not great. I wouldn't even say he's good, but what he is an elite rebounder. And what he is a matchup problem when he gets a rebound and he takes the ball up the court. Not only does he take the ball up the court, but it's fast. And his decision-making is as equally as good as that rebound that he gets, and he goes down the court. He is making so many good decisions, but it's the shooters in transition. They can get the tough buckets with Caldwell Pope, Michael Porter Jr. occasionally, Bruce Brown off the bench. And then let's talk about the action game where the dribble handoff to Jamal Murray is taking these elite-level shots. And we're not even talking about Jokic on the offensive end. Let's just stay with the dribble handoff and motion. So when you have that, you can find guys nestled in the corner, because now you're putting the defense in conflict. Because guess what? In the playoffs, when you're tired, you guys have played before, but it's fucking exhausting trying to fight through a screen when you're supposed to go over top of a screen, and your legs are red hot burning and you're tired. And it's tough, but you got Jokic, who's so big and wide, you got to fight over that. And so let's say you don't make a quick decision, now the mismatch comes. So now you got this big ass 7-footer backing you down, right? And then now you got your other guy on a lethal Murray. Let's bring Anthony Davis out to a 3-point. Let me see what I do to him.
Well, he has had 2, 3 defenders on him at times.
It is nauseatingly difficult. The thing with the Nuggets is they're unguardable. It's like you can't guard them. It's too much. It's too many shooters, and that's why I think they win. They don't have the elite, defense, but like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, the 3 of those guys defensively have taken this Nuggets team to another level. And the fact that they all can shoot. Aaron Gordon with 21 points, hitting 3 threes, a guy that he's okay at shooting the deep ball, but like in a pinch when you need him to, if you're gonna leave him open, he's gonna take it. He's gonna make it.
This is what happens when you take a top 10 pick and you make him a 3rd option.
Yeah, they're good,
he becomes a monster.
So those are my reasonings why they're going to win.
Michael Porter Jr. is worth a lot of money when he's healthy.
And I'll say this: he takes the dumbest shots I've ever seen in a player with his ability. This dude does not care. It's like he is struggling. He's like he has to show his worth. Like he can't just play within the system. He's got to like take these dumbass shots, and it's going to cost them. It's going to cost him in his career if he doesn't get that right. But
I think 2 things are going to happen. It's either going to cost him, or them bitches going to start dropping. And I think them bitches going to start dropping.
You would hope
he shoots with 2. Kobe was airball. okay, people don't. He's not Kobe, but I'm just saying, at a point in time, even Kobe was airballing them hoes, and they was like, "What the fuck?" And it's like something about the confidence that you have
He just keeps
to take
shooting.
those shots. No, like it's the opposite of the Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Like if you have confidence, the two things gonna happen: you're gonna shoot them hoes and shoot your ass out off the floor, or out the team, which he's not gonna do because he makes enough wide open threes. Or they're gonna start dropping, and you're gonna become a superstar when Joker needs you to start being an outside presence. But we're gonna get in that later. But yeah,
right.
But
he totally could be. Or awesome, he could flop. He could flop.
Yeah, right. This team reminds me a lot of that Mavericks team in terms of you can't guard him. They got a big man that's hitting he's averaging a 30-point triple-double. Like, and he's hitting everything. Like, there's just, I said he's gonna have to dirk it. Y'all heard me say he's gonna have to dirk it, and he's dirking the fuck out this bitch. So good luck to whoever makes it out the East.
So this is, and I'll end with this, Boogie. There's an adage in the NBA where it's a 2-1-1 theory, where you need 2 games from your best player. You need 1 game from your secondary player, and you need 1 game from your bench. And what Murray's doing right now, it's like you're getting 2 games from Jokic and 2 games from Murray, and the bench, it's like they don't need them, but it's a plus. But it's a plus. Mm-hmm. It's a plus, and that's what makes them deadly, man.
All right. Yeah. And so we're gonna go over to our next subject. I mean, after the game where the Denver Nuggets conventionally handled the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, LeBron took the podium and people asked him the question, you know, what do you think about your future? And, he went ahead and did the, I don't know, got to go ahead and think about it. And we all know LeBron does say things and do shit like this. And some people it annoys and some people, they latch onto it. First of all, the thing is this, is he's retiring?
No.
Exactly. Look, stop the cat, nigga. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody know your ass ain't retiring. Your son is probably going to be a one and done. Yeah. Your son going to probably be one and done, and you'll be able to.
That's what he wants to do too.
And we all know that's what you want to do. So,
Can I say one more thing though?
Yeah.
Like, they were a 7 seed that played in the play-in. Like, they were a 7th seed that played in the play-in. And people are talking about them as if they were a number 2 seed. As if they didn't completely reconstruct their. That's another thing I give LeBron credit. Huh?
Because they're LA.
Oh yeah, of course. I know. Everybody rides the LA cock. But I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. Yeah, I said it. It's crazy though how, like, we looked at this team, they completely overhauled it at the halfway point in the season. And people just ignored the top seed in the West and chose the 7th seed because of a name. NBA people, stop fucking choosing teams because of names. Like, your name don't mean shit. You prove it on that 94. Right. Like, please stop. Because I'm getting tired. We have a whole episode on it, but that's one thing I'm getting sick and fucking tired of, bro. This popularity contest that we have in the NBA. We don't have this popularity contest like this in any other sport. But in the NBA, oh, God, the guy that we like the most and then we think is the coolest is the guy that should win. Nah, bitch. Joker wins, nigga. Like, that's who wins because he was hooping. Jamal Murray wins because he was hooping. Like, our favorite guy in the last 20 years got to come back and reload and do it again next year. And that's just, we got to deal with it because they handled it on that 94.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, that there you have it from the Sports Sushi crew. Is LeBron retiring? Hell no. Stop the cap.
You just mad because you old and got beat. It's cool, though. We love you.
The lethal interjection squad.
The lethal interjection squad, nigga. Hey, what that nigga say? Oh, nigga! money. That nigga Snoop Dogg. Hey, y'all don't know. Y'all gonna get my social at the end. I got a reel for y'all. That's fucking hilarious.
All right, hold on.
Here's a better question. LeBron and AD, should they have been better as 7th? Yeah, they got Westbrook. The Westbrook thing.
Let's read that one out loud. Okay, hold on.
Okay, you got it, Boogie.
All right, so Shotgun, a long-time listener says, here's a better question with Bron and AD. Should they have ever been a 7 seed? Yeah, they got off Westbrook and got a better team, but I don't know. Should they have been a 7 seed?
He likes Westbrook, y'all, and he hates Bron. I'm sorry. Okay, no, my bad. That was unnecessary pew pews in his direction. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shotgun. I shouldn't have said that. Nah, because now he always does this shit, bro. Like he always brings up, like, well, we should have brought. Like he's 38, and the team as it was devised, no matter what, the team as it was devised was not even a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? So should him and AD have been a 7th seed? I mean, AD could have played more games, maybe. Bron could have not fucked up his foot, but that team as devised, I don't think it would have won more. Russell Westbrook didn't want to play how he played in LA with the Clippers. He didn't want to play how he played with the Clippers, with the Lakers. So, no, I don't think that they would have been any better. I think it's something to say to them that they felt like they needed the team to change. The GM felt like they needed the team to change. They got that guy up out of there. They got the other players up out of there, and they ended up making a fantastic playoff run. The season by no means is a failure. They ran up on the best team in the NBA right now, in my opinion. So they're just a buzzsaw. So I don't think that we can go back and say, it's not fair for us to go all the way back and say, well, y'all should have been, better than a 7th seed because y'all should have been better at the beginning of the season with Russell Westbrook. No, you get rid of a guy and your team dramatically changes and gets better once you get rid of him and add some other pieces. Like it's just the proof is in the pudding. Like it just is what it is.
I don't think Westbrook was a problem, man. I think, for me, a lot of it goes back to leadership. I think you got a young head coach in Darvin Ham trying to figure things out with a giant personality of LeBron James, who's aging. You got an AD who's inconsistent, right? And then what they did is they leaned into defense. That's how they got where they were or got where they are. They leaned into defense and made some trades. So they deserved the 7th seed because they didn't play well the whole season. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's LA, so it's always heightened with LA. But I really do feel like LeBron, to me, man, I love LeBron as a player. But, man, does he really leave a lot to be desired on the defensive end? Like, his effort is just –
He's old. He's just old, bro.
I don't know if it's old because I see him do a chase down block when he wants to. I see him on the offensive side have energy, man. But it's the – y'all know – y'all play team sports, bro.
Sterling.
You see these dudes. What is it?
You're older now. Man, he old, bro. This is not shade.
This man spends $1 million on his body.
He's 38.
All right.
Okay, so peep this. So us as individuals in our mid-30s know that at a very low level, you go to LA Fitness, you can go to at Lifetime, wherever you go, you can go to the park and you can hoop, right? You ain't gonna be able to give it all the whole game like you used to when you was 22. You ain't gonna be, no matter what you do, you are not going to be able to give it all like you used to because you're older. So I think LeBron picks and chooses spots. I think that's where we need to get into the whole Anthony Davis thing. That's a whole other episode of what we need to see from him as stepping into that role, because I think LeBron basically, he may not have given him the speech, but D-Wade gave LeBron the speech like, man, you need to take this motherfucker over. LeBron did. I think Davis understands that, but Joker's really good. I don't think people understand
absolutely
or want to understand how good Joker is.
All right, so we
got
10 minutes left, so we need to get to our next subject, and before we close out.
Oh, we got a question though, because someone's saying it's a failure, and I was just gonna say, man, look, Boogie, I know the last segment of the Celtics survived Game 4. They gotta win 3 more in a row.
Well, no, I just want to knock it out the way, so let's go ahead and just talk about that.
Yeah, okay, because I want to get back to the comment of is the Lakers season failure.
This is my question here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the Celtics and the Heat. They survived Game 4. The Celtics, do they win this series? After Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart said, all we need is one.
Yes, all I gotta say is this. You know what? The world out there, I'm gonna say it is very unlikely. Y'all know I picked the Celtics to go to the finals, so I'm riding with my pick, and I gotta ride with them. But we know it's very unlikely. But all I gotta do is say this to all those people out there that are talking about that they shouldn't have said that. And we all have joy in our heart. They shouldn't have said that, and they shouldn't have done what they did or talked that way. Nah, y'all love Jordan. What the fuck Jordan say?
He said
What the
you
fuck did
always
Jordan
talk
say?
shit. He said it's always better when you talk shit when it's even or when you're behind. It's always easy when you talk shit when you're up. All right, so let's get back. So
That's how you tell the measure of a man. Those Jordan, that's how you tell. So all I gotta say is Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart are talking they shit while they down. They in the grave. The dirt's getting put on them, and they saying, "Nigga, let me climb up out this bitch, and I swear I'm gonna kill you when I get it." So we gonna see what's
So
gonna happen.
Sterling, what do you think? Win? Or do they have a chance, or they're
No,
not?
they don't have a chance, man. They lost their defensive identity when Udoka is not there. You know, I feel like the coaching
Justice.
right? The coaching,
Justice.
Missoula's trying his hardest, but he's just not ready yet. And and Jason Tatum, as much as praises we give him, he just ran into a dude that's from the streets and he can't handle it. And Jimmy Butler, and that's that.
Jimmy Snow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead.
And also on top of that, I want to say this: it's crazy to think out of all the games with the Miami Heat and Bron and Wade and Spo and what is he gonna be, he became the most like Popovich out of all of them.
Ain't that something?
Give me my dudes, give me my star, and watch my team work as a unit.
All right, so we got 8 minutes left, so we're going to go back to the question that was proposed. I forgot what it was. You got it on hand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it goes. It's a failure, though. The goal is to win. It's at this year. It was a failure. The goal is to win it this year. It was a failure, and Westbrook wasn't the problem. Bron and AD was hurt a lot. Now, I'll say this, though. That is true that Bron and AD were hurt a lot. And when I say that, I'm not saying Westbrook was the problem. I'm saying the team as it was constructed was not a playoff team.
Right.
It wasn't. And when they got rid of him and added Jared Vanderbilt, D'Angelo Russell, and the pieces around, it allowed LeBron James and AD to do what they need to do as the two stars of that team to lead them forward. If they would have played from the beginning of the season, because I'll ask this question and retort, if they would have had that team at the beginning of the season, do you think they would have been a 7 seed?
I'm sorry.
No, because that's because it's a good question to ask back. If they had this team at the beginning of the season, do you think they would have been a 7 seed? No,
I think so.
We're talking at least top 4. You think 7?
Yeah, just because the season is long and what you get out of what you're not getting out of AD is the problem. Like they leaned into defense. D'Angelo, let's talk about the trades though. D'Angelo Russell doesn't do shit, right? Jared Vanderbilt is a solid defensive piece, but I think a lot of it has to do with the development of Austin Reeves right before our eyes, like him being their third.
When did he get that chance?
Later in the season.
But when?
After they
traded?
Who's
gone?
Huh? Yeah, Westbrook and you talking about Reeves?
That's coaching. Yeah. That's coaching.
No, I'm saying though, like when you have personalities like that on a team, like it's nothing against Russell Westbrook. Like I said, he didn't want to play the way he played with the Clippers, the way he played with the Lakers. There was nothing against him, but we didn't see Austin Reeves start to develop like that until Russell Westbrook was gone. So I'm saying that's the acceleration of growth in this amount of time that Austin Reeves had. Like if you give him from the beginning of the season, I don't care if AD or LeBron are hurt. Like he's going to be even better. You know what I'm saying? People are talking right now like that's the guy the Lakers can't get rid of. Like that's the guy that they can't get rid of now. Like
they can't.
You know what I'm saying? So like I think that team's a top 4, top 5 team in the West. If they have a whole season, they're not a playing team. They're not a playing team. They're not a playing team. So I won't give them 1, but they're not a playing team. Yeah. And the fact that, and I would say we have to give credit to a 38-year-old that is able to be the leader of a team to get to the Western Conference Finals as a 7 seed. And on the cool, there's a stat that was put out today. Anthony Davis doesn't play a lot in the regular season, but he's only missed 1 playoff game. So I have to get where he gets a lot of shit for not playing the regular season. He does try to quiet.
I'll tell you why I'm quiet.
But he doesn't miss any. He doesn't miss
any. He's there, but he's not there. That man's on the court, but he ain't there.
He does have a lot of stats that sometimes don't equal into. I know what you mean. Yeah. We can have an episode of like
it's like when you are lauded as one of the top premier players in the league, you have to show up. Bron doesn't get that. Bron doesn't. If you want to be that guy, We don't talk about Bron in that way. We didn't talk about Kobe in that
Yeah.
way. Like Anthony Davis, bro, you gotta show up for the amount of
It's
money
impact.
you're making.
It's impact.
You gotta impact the game,
Impact.
and he just
It's
doesn't
impact.
do it, man. Hell,
It's the
Luka
hidden-
doesn't.
it's the-
Luka shows up when Luka's on the court. We ain't never worried about him.
It's that hidden stat of impact. We can have a whole episode on the hidden stat of impact, but you could drop 40 and it not mean shit.
Yep.
You could drop 28 and 10, and it means something as far as like, yeah, I got the points for my team, but you didn't put the other team in fear. You didn't make the other team change their defensive, like what they were doing, possession. Say, shit, we got to change this because we're going to lose. Like Anthony Davis needs to work on his impact on the game because he does it at time. The young Anthony Davis had an impact. Defensively, swatting the ball, flying through the air, getting dunks, making himself big. Like he did things. Now he kind of just is like, I'm here. I can get like Joker made an impact.
And that's
like,
why he's the best player in the world.
Right now Joker is the best player in the world. Period. I don't want to hear shit about no one else right now. I don't want to hear nothing about no one else. And if you have something to say about someone else, go say that shit in the fucking corner. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. And to all those,
we've been trying to tell everybody about
for a long fucking time, bro. And one more before we log out, because Sterling and Chris out there, to all those people that is out there talking about, shitting on Joker, talking about, oh man, Joker, you're not winning in the playoffs. His people was hurt, and the first fucking time he got his team back healthy, he running through these motherfuckers. The shit's damn near racist the way he killing these
niggas. All right, everybody. And on that note, we're gonna close it out. That was our show, everybody. Man, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in.
I just want to say thank you again to our sponsor, Betstamp. Betstamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sports books. You can click on any matchup and instantly see all the different odds for game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the easiest and simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and to maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, Betstamp users win an extra $1,000 and over yearly just by line shopping. If you haven't already done so, install Betstamp using promo code Sushi, that's us, and start line shopping your way to a competitive advantage today. Again, thank you to our sponsor, Betstamp. I just want to say thank you again.
Hey.
All right. So welcome back. We're going to go ahead and sign out and give you our social. If you like what you heard, hit the like and subscribe button, and you can tune in with us every Wednesday at 8 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific time. You can find us here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the shit.
Twitter, Facebook, IG. Look for Sports Sushi, and look for the bar sign. You know what I'm saying?
And then we will be uploaded on all podcast directories as Apple, Spotify, Rumble, Odyssey as well. So if you're on those as well, please like and subscribe to those as well. If you would like to follow us, you can follow us at Sports Sushi, all one word, on Twitter, or sports_sushi at IG. You can find me at DJ Slow Boogie with the INE, not a Y. That's Snapchat, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that other shit. Sterling, what can they find you at, brother?
Yeah, at Pro Sterling on Twitter, Stilo.Huncho on the TikTok.
Enjoy. You already know you can find me as at Big 30 The Truth on Twitter and at Big 30 The Truth on IG as well.
All right. So that was our show, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Tune in again next Wednesday. We will still cover the NBA playoffs, the finals, and the other happenings around the sports world. So please check us out again, baby.
Yeah, I know.